Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Farm Manager 2021. We're on Chapter 3. It's the backup plan. It's episode number 8 of the series. We continue on. We've already built the vegetable processing plant. Now we've got to save up some money for the bill as we just finished that process. So we do not have much cash right now. Just about to the turn of the month. At this point, that would amount to a deficit. But let's go ahead and get on with the task, with the project. We're already starting to process some vegetables, so that's going to help with the income. And of course, all those new fields are going to all contribute to that. We've upgraded all of our roads recently, so we've gotten some things done. And let's see if we can make a little bit of money here so that we don't find ourselves at a deficit. That's really not going to do it, though. Yeah, it's still looking like a deficit coming. But it shouldn't last long. There you go. There's the turn of the month. 12,000 is the deficit, but we had only covered half of what we needed. So to be 12,000 down at this point really isn't as bad as it could be. That's already most of that covered off almost immediately. We also have some fodder beets. Let's go ahead and sell off some of those. And we'll also sell some of the silage. 3,000. Some cheese and some jam and some more manure, and there you go. We've got it covered off by the 4th. Already back into a profitable state. In fact, we already have 11,000 just a few days into the month, so we're good on that. But of course, now what we need to do as we kind of push through into, well, through summer and probably into fall, maybe even winter before we finish this task, we're going to need to now put away money, save up money, and buy a mill. The mill is definitely not as expensive. Let's go ahead and make a check-in on what that mill is going to run us. Let's see, production, right? Yeah, 160. So all we need is 160. We'll get that taken care of soon enough. So what are they making? Sauerkraut. So we could start selling that sauerkraut as well. That's what this is, right? Yeah, sauerkraut. How's that sauerkraut? Oof. Not that great. 4,000. Alright, let's get some updates here. We've got raspberries going. We're starting to see an increase from the 90 new animal born. Okay, nice. Okay, so how are we doing? We have 4 cows. We have 3 cows. Let's go ahead and make that 4 cows again so we can make a little bit of money off that beef, and we should be full up on the sheep. We are. What are we doing on the jam? We still have 400 black currant. Now 1,400 black currant. So at this point, we're not even keeping up with the black currant, which means we haven't been touching the raspberries for a long time. We've probably got quite a bit of raspberries now saved up. Yeah, 461 kilograms. So now 537. And the black currant. Looks like all the black currant is already put in, but that raspberry is starting to add up. There's 28,000, and there's already more ready to go. Another 15, another 18,000. It's adding up pretty quick, especially that black currant. That's selling decently well. All right, well, now we're at 65, so we've nearly covered off, meaning we won't see a deficit on August 1st. Right now, it would be slight. But I think with 10, 11 days to go in the month, we're looking at a pretty good amount. 4,000 fodder beets. Okay, another 1,000 on the black currant. 5,000 oats. Another 5,000 poppy. A lot of harvests here. So early spring harvests are done. And it looks like we'll get a second out of most of the fields. Okay, there's another 36,000, and yes, we've done it. We made it to the end of the month with maintaining profits, so good on that front. We're definitely doing better overall in terms of the finances. It's a lot of raspberries coming in, and we just can't quite get ahead of the black currant. But I have a feeling, as they just did their harvest, it's going to be a while before we see another 9 days. Dang, that is fast. That is a fast turnaround. They just finished the harvest. And we'll get down on this in a moment and be able to switch to the raspberries, but only just. I mean, you know, with 9 days, it's already been 1 or 2. We did have that turn of the month. 30,000 left in the bank account, so 40,000 better off than a month ago. And there were still a few days of production that we haven't sold off just yet. So yes, we are turning close to 50,000 a month at this point. Net profit. Okay, 200. 2 more days have gone on. We're still close to a week before that harvest is going to be done, so we should definitely get a chance to at least dip into the raspberries a little bit here. Still enough for 1 more though. Alright, what do you got for me? Straw, cow, crops. Oh, crops and pea are out. Let's take care of that real quick. Okay, let's also sell some things off. Let's get... Look at all that jam. 17,000. Nice. Paying off better than the... not the yellow cow cheese, but definitely paying off better than the sheep cheese. Sheep's wool helps, though. That makes that 10,000. Sauerkraut is 5. That's not great, but it's 1 field doing that. But then that 1 processing center as well on top of it. The manure, that's a little extra on top of it. That's 21,000. All right, now sitting on 80,000, and you've got nothing left. Let's get those raspberries going. I ended up with some downtime there. That's not good. And that harvest is probably close. Yeah, it's ready to bear fruit right now. Meantime, I think we probably should be adding a 3rd employee here so we can help with the profit. That's close enough. Let's get somebody. If we can find someone. Manufacturing, we got a level 1 manufacturer. There's a level 4 manufacturer. That's definitely better. Rosie. Rosie. Good. And we're probably just going to need to look to maximize that. Might as well, you know. So, we have 1 more. Alex. Wow, look how much faster they work now. And then we should be able to actually get beyond the cabbage here fairly soon. See what else we can do with that. Another field of cabbage being harvested, so that'll obviously have to be dealt with first. You still don't have the... Oh, hello. My bad. Strawberries and raspberries from that picture anyway look so similar. Yet they're definitely not. That wasted a week worth of potential production, and I'm sure we've probably had our... Nope, still on bear's fruit. Actually has not been harvested yet. Okay, sitting on 78,000. So we've already got the next month covered. However, let's actually make some money. It's already down to 220. 51,000. Yeah, doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Almost on the turn of the month, sitting on 130. So we have some black currant again, but of course we have all this raspberry. We need to get caught up on that. As for how much of that we have. Looks like we ended up with 1,100 on the black currant. We seem to be catching up a bit. Alright, another 53,000 right at the turn of the month, so now we sit at 112. Oh no! Infestation! Okay, let's go ahead and get into the market a little bit. As we know, it pays out a little bit better than the 5,000. We get about 7,000 in return. It's a small profit, 2,000, but it's Better than nothing. Cabbage, 6,000. Grass, 7. That's a nice one. The black currant, the 1,100 that we already saw. And a couple more raspberry fields. Okay, with all that cabbage from that harvest, you can see they very much not caught up on that one at the moment. 97,000. Let's go ahead and make some money again. Another 43,000. It's adding up pretty quick. We're at 140. We didn't need much more for the mill. It's 160? Yes, 160 is all. Of course, we'd like to have 70,000 or at least half of that put away so we don't see a big deficit in the coming months to overcome. But at most, we're 90,000 away from already surpassing the line we need to be at. So this is going, I'd say, swimmingly so far. Another 27,000. It's all adding up very quickly. We could technically do it right now, and it's only the 10th. I think maybe we need to just get on with it. Alright, how are we looking? 30,000 mid-month. I think we might even cover off what we need to not go into the red at the end of the month. And mill already taken care of. Construct new mill done. Okay, next. Pickles. Yeah, we're going to have to buy the cucumbers for that. There's no way I'm going back, but you can see how quickly we're taking care of the sauerkraut. And then we want to ground some poppy seed. Okay. That'll be our next target. And we'll have to just buy cucumbers. I'm not going to regrow cucumbers again. There was just no money in that. The pickles, maybe. A bit, but I don't see that going well. Okay, what do you have to say about it, though? Your cucumber and cabbage crops look very impressive and already considered. In what form you will sell them. Produce 600, blah, 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 blah. It's autumn. Alright, close that. Okay, 921. Let's do another round of selling some things off. Okay, 35,000. And that's nearly covered it off with a week to go in the month. You are all out of raspberries, so let's get back to that current. And it looks like they actually can just about keep up with the two types. And we're going to need some employees for this. What are we doing here? Room for one more is all? Well, let's get that one, and then we're going to have to build another house. Manufacturing and machines. There's a manufacturer. A bit better off. Willow. Okay, so Willow, let's get started. And then we're going to build another house. And we hit that turn of the month almost. Covered it off, but not quite, but we'll cover it off right away. 41,000. There's more immediately. 9,000. 2,500. Alright, right back up to 45. Let's build a house. Nope, that's a garage. Social house. I do not deal with seasonal employees. Let's put the house next to the house. Fill this in with a few houses, that's fine by me. J. There you go. Oh, hello. Elliot, manufacturing, okay. Where'd you come from, Elliot? Who does manufacturing? Okay, ground poppy seed. It's definitely a sellable item. Raspberries, fodder beets, another 4,000. Black currant, another harvest, 1,200. Which means, how are we looking down here? You're still working on the black currant, okay. And we're looking here, low on cabbage, but doing okay. How is that cabbage doing? month left. Blackcurrant, 18 days. Still hibernating. Really? Yeah, 2,300. Not a big deal. And let's just get it done. Except for it hasn't been delivered just yet, but that's fine. They'll get caught up. We'll be done with that task soon enough. Soon enough. Okay, blackcurrant getting low, not out. You're running low on milk. Even with 3 of them. We never run out. The cow's milk, even with 4 employees. They just can't keep up. And that's mostly just the 6 cows, not even 8. The grass harvest. And a good one. There we go, cucumbers. Getting pickled. And for me, ugh, disgusting. Disgusting. We're going to sell that very quickly. I'm going to be very sad though if it pays extremely well, because the raspberries and strawberries didn't pay that terribly well. There we go. Dang, still not done. Backup plan is slowly taking effect. You're doing great. Set up a permanent sales channel and sell 400 pickled cucumbers and 1,000 mutton. Is that what we get from these guys? Is that mutton? Is that sheep? Sheep is mutton. Yes. Well, okay, that's obvious on what we're going to do there. But yeah, sell 400 kilograms of pickles. No problem. There's 600. That's beef. $81,000. Nice. There's already more waiting. 87,000. Finances are good. Turn of the month coming. We'll drop under 100,000, but not much below. Okay, now we just need to sell 1,000 kilograms of mutton. So let's change production once you're done with this. And it's still locked onto that odd state of it does about 99% on occasion there. Did I miss something? There's our sheep. 70 each. Let's get through this fast. You know what? That's not going to work terribly well, is it? It's slow. There's only one worker. So we'll let him do his thing for a little bit. Crops, pea, out again. Oh, cucumber, let's switch that back. Thank you for the notice. Even though I had to just check that myself, but we're there. You were wanting to tell me about it. Soya, cabbage, maybe back on the cabbage. Is that fodder beets? No, it's carrots. Oh yeah, definitely the cabbage. The blackcurrant harvest. Oof, not as well, not as good this time, but it is November. The weather's turning. $130,000 after what we just spent. That's pretty good that we're recovering that quickly. We're down to 500 on the blackcurrant, so we will need to switch back to the raspberries fairly soon. Just gotta keep an eye on that. And we have gone through all the cabbage, which means we can probably move 1 or 2 of them and move them over here for the time being, so we can get through this a little bit faster. See, now that we're in November, we suddenly have a bunch of employees just sitting around idle. Alright, they should start working much faster now. But we need to sell, not just carve them up. 27,000, even though it's only been like a week. If that. 64. poppy, 5,000. Another 7,000 grass. We have a lot of grass. And we've gone through a lot of that poppy. That's been quite a few harvests of poppy that has been added up over time. We'll make oatmeal next. I don't know why it zoomed in on us, but okay. These are cheap. They're cheap sheep. Let's buy some cheap sheep. Go refill. We're supposed to take above 9, and yet they're plowing away. We did say 7 momentarily, though. Oh, that's why that's doing that. Set that to 8. They're so cheap, so easy to replace. We'll just do that. We can be done sooner rather than later. But it's about the sell, not about the kill. And that cow's milk. Whoa, I think I set a number too high. There we go, 48,000. And the fodder beets. Payday out of that. Hang on to that grass. Don't look too closely yet. There might be an... We have cabbage again. $75,000. Up to 267 at the turn of the month, though, so it's going to drop down to just under 200,000. But yeah, we're good on still going with cabbage. In fact, there's another harvest, 6,000, and more fodder beets as well. This time not being replanted. It's December. One more field to harvest. 1 day left and another black currant. I mean, the gooseberries never came out of hibernation this year. Pretty ridiculous if you ask me, because we've got employees all over the freaking place, and some of them can't reach it, but most of them can. Okay, out on the raspberries. Even though that black currant is about to be harvested. We're moving along, singing a song. I don't know how that thing goes. I know it. I recognize it. I don't remember it. Don't want to be demonetized anyway. Not that I'm exactly doing much here. It's pennies in terms of what I make. Small channel. It is what it is. Get some animals again, and I think as close as we are, we can probably now push this up to 9. Still making their way through the poppy. Apparently, 4th employee would be good. Alright, that might do it. That might do it. That might be enough. It's also another 47,000. It's amazing how fast that's adding up. 91%. I already saw that as we finished, there was another 70. And another. And there it is, the end of the chapter. That concludes chapter number 3. We're going to be moving on to chapter 4. We have labor law training. We're going to get into the research tree. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.